Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be answering, there's this thing, it's called the 30-day trans video challenge, and what you're supposed to do, it's kind of like those things on Instagram where you do like one thing every single day and you upload it. Well, I thought I would just do it all in one video. So I'm gonna go through, you can't see that, I'm gonna go through and I'm not gonna answer all 30 because some of them are just like too much, but yeah, but I'm just gonna answer as much as I can, the best I can. Number 1. When did you realize the term transgendered referred to you? I talked about this in a previous video. Probably like a year after high school. After like I stopped doing some bad things and I really thought to myself and I learned what transgendered really meant. Yeah, that's when I found out. That's when I knew. Number 2. How did you choose your name, and what names were you thinking about using, and why? I really like this question because I talk about this with my mom and my sisters all the time. Sister. Well, my name is, well, originally, I wanted my name to be Charisma. And I know that's kind of weird, but, does anybody remember Buffy, that show Buffy? The girl Cordelia, her real name is Charisma, and I've always loved that name. And I don't know, I just really liked it. And for a while, like when I first started like experimenting with the way I look, and like I'd be out and a guy would ask me my name, I would say my name is Charisma. And I don't know, I just like it. And I don't know, I kind of wish. You never know, but now I feel like a Jade, and I know Jade is the right name for me. I don't know how I came up with Jade. I really wanted to keep J because my birth name starts with a J, and I really wanted to keep my initials. And I think I met a girl one day, and her name was Jade, and she was really pretty. So yeah, I guess that's how I got it. Number 3 is, have you ever been outed? And yes, and it sucks. I remember this one time. Okay, there was this guy I knew from high school, and we were out, so I remember him walking up with his friends, and he says hi, I say hi to everyone, and then I see him like go like this to his friend and talk, and then I see his friend look at me, and they're like, no way, no way, and then I knew, and then I asked a friend later on, I was like, what did he say? And basically that I was not biological, and it really sucks, and it's very uncomfortable, and it's just not fun. It's not a good situation. Number 4, how did your family take it when you came out? I say this in a previous video too. They were very supportive. I'm very lucky and blessed to have them in my life, and yeah, they were very supportive. My mother, I had to explain to her what it really was, but she was okay. Number 5 is, are you active in the trans community or the LGBT community? I want to say yes, and that I'm like really active, but I'm not. The most active I am in the community is on YouTube and on Tumblr, but I've always wanted to. I've just been afraid. Like earlier on my transition, I kind of felt like if I hung out with a bunch of trans women, then everyone's gonna know I'm trans, and that was a hard thing for me. But now that I'm over that, I really have no excuse, besides the fact that I'm moving and there's no point. Hopefully in Pennsylvania, I'll get into that. I really want to see more of the community. I know in Philadelphia there's a lot of organizations and stuff like that, so I'm really excited to see what that is about. Number 6, who was the first person you told about being trans? The first person was, I want to say my best friend Alex. Oh no, was it? No, because I told some, okay, my best friend Whitney, I have a lot of best friends. My friend Whitney, I told her, it was at a party, we've been drinking all night, and when I just grabbed her and we went in the bathroom, and I told her, and we cried, and it was a mess, but she accepted it. 7, who do you look up to? I don't know if this means in the trans community or in general, In general, I definitely want to say my mom and my sister. My best friend Alex, I look up to her because of just everything they do and they do for me and their lives. In the trans community, obviously I'm going to say Janet Mock. If you haven't checked out Redefining Realness, she posted my selfie and she called me beautiful, so that makes me feel good. Laverne Cox, Carmen Carrera, you know, the big names. On YouTube, who do I really watch? I have a lot of girls that I watch on here. Kat Black, I really love her. Monica, Amelia, Princess Jules. Yeah, I can't really think about everybody right now. I know there's a lot of you guys and I do watch literally all of your videos. I just can't think right now. But I send my hearts and my love. Number 8 is, how do you deal with being read misgendered in the beginning of your transitioning by people? I've never like been misgendered. In the beginning, I've never really been. When I first, like when I didn't have extensions and I didn't wear makeup, and I would go out, it was mostly that everyone thought I was like a lesbian, but when people would know, that kind of sucked, and I didn't really like that, obviously. So I just would ignore it, really. You can't really do much. Like, I'm not gonna yell at people, you know what I mean? Now it kind of annoys me. Like, there's some people that I was friends with before that would call me by my birth name or say him, and I like look at them and I'm like, shut up. Number 9 is, what is something positive about being trans? And this took a little bit of time to think about, but I would definitely say how much it has built me up as a person. I was kind of lost back then and I didn't know like who I was. And I think with being trans, you're kind of forced to find yourself and you're kind of forced to stick up for yourself and be strong and all these things and be independent. Like, you have to be all those things I just said. And I don't think if I wasn't trans, I probably wouldn't be who I am today. Not like who I am, but like inside. Does that make sense? I hope so. Number 10. What are some of your fears in regards to being trans? I have a lot of fears. Obviously violence. Never finding someone who loves me for me. Not being like, I won't have children. I don't know, just those type of things that go along with being trans that we all think about. Well, mostly we all think about. Before I came out, I was really afraid of how people would accept me. Now I just don't care. The people I love in my life, they accept me, and that's about it. And if you don't, then fuck you. Number 11. How do you manage dysphoria? I have a whole video about this, links in the description. I just try to block it out as best I can. I try to focus on other things. Sometimes it's easy to do that, sometimes it's not. I will say, ever since I made that video, my dysphoria has been worse. It's been harder to deal with, but I just try to stay positive and look on the brighter side of things and look for a solution, the last solution, if you know what I mean, for that. And before I wasn't so sure I wanted that, but you never know. 12. What are you doing to stay healthy for transitioning mentally and physically? I want to make a video on this. Okay, so mentally, I have started seeing a therapist. I haven't said that to you guys. Oh my god. Well, I can't see her anymore because I'm moving states, obviously, but I went to a couple sessions with a therapist. Mostly we talked about my anxiety because I have really bad anxiety, but we also talked about gender and what that meant to me, and she really helped me see things clearer. Again, I try to confide in my family more, and that keeps me pretty level-headed. Physically, for 2 months now, I think it's 2 months, I have been working out every single day, besides Sunday. I eat very good. I stopped drinking, no soda, and I've lost a lot of weight, and I'm getting muscle, good muscle that shapes your body, not the ones that bulk up and look like a dude. Yeah, so I've been doing that, and I'm very happy with the results, and I can't wait to keep going further. 13 is bathrooms. Before, the whole thing about bathrooms is you have to be confident, and you have to go in, do what you gotta do, and get out. Now I have no problem with bathrooms. I just go in and I do my business. I'm not sitting there trying to talk to everybody. But I know that can be stressful for some people. I just, like I said, just go in, do what you gotta do, don't wander, don't talk. If it really stresses you like that, just stay safe. Be aware of your surroundings. If you go into a bathroom and you can tell something's not right, if you feel something's not right, get out. Just get out. Number 14, what are some of your passing tips or things you do to pass? This goes kind of along with the thing I just said. My biggest tip for passing is confidence. Like once I have the confidence, then, ooh, girl. Once I have the confidence, I just, you kind of just block it out. People don't really pay attention. People don't, like, side-eye you. I say, don't do the extremes, like, when you first start wearing makeup, if you want to wear makeup. If you first start wearing makeup, don't severe contour and bright blue eyeshadow and crazy like that. Don't dress like super provocative, because that even on cis women, it's like, girl, you know what I mean? So if you are struggling with passing, I would stay away from that stuff, because then people will look at you and then they'll double look at you. Does that make sense? Number 15 is, how have you embraced your trans identity? YouTube and Tumblr really helped me. Like, I'm expressing myself and telling people who I am and showing them who I am, and that really helped me solidify who I was, really, and made me embrace it and made me love being who I am. Number 16 is, what's your rock anthem and why? I don't really have rock anthem. I do love rock music. Well, I don't know what's considered rock, but what is that one song? I'm trying to think, but my taste in music is so, like, wide. Like, 1 minute I could be listening to A Day to Remember, and the next minute I'm listening to Nicki Minaj and Beyonce and Adele and Lorde, you know what I mean? So my anthem is whatever I'm feeling. 17. Oh. What's your binding choice? I don't bind. I'm not a FTM. 18. How do you feel about the trans laws where you live? In Vegas, it is pretty protected by discrimination-wise in your workplace. I wish it was a little bit easier to change your name, but it's not that difficult. In Vegas, it's pretty good. In Pennsylvania, it's pretty identical to Las Vegas. And that makes me feel pretty good that there's some protection and I'm not all alone, you know? Number 19, if you're religious, how do your views affect being trans? If you're not religious, what about your family religions? I am religious. I don't put myself in a certain category. I don't say I'm like Catholic. I don't say I'm Christian. For a while I was Buddhist in high school, but I do have a very strong connection with God, and I pray every single night. And I did struggle with what is God saying? Like, how is he gonna feel about this? You know what I mean? But I realized I know he loves me, and he'll accept me and he'll forgive me for everything. Not that I think trans is bad. I'm talking about other things, other sins in my life. I have love for him, and he has love for me. And I know that some atheists and other religions probably don't agree, but that's just how I feel, and that's how I've always felt. Number 20 is, do you want to be a parent? Why or why not? I do want to be a parent. Earlier in my life, I would have said, hell no. But I do. I want kids, and I want the husband, and I just want that. Especially ever since my nephew was born. My youngest nephew, I have 3, but my youngest one, and I was old enough to really know. So now he's like my little child, and I take care of him, and I love him. Yeah, so I definitely want children in the future. Not so right away, because I have a lot of things I want to do with my life, but yeah, I definitely want kids. 21, your views on cisgendered community. I have a lot of friends that are cisgendered. All of my friends pretty much. As long as they're not throwing hate speech at me, I don't really care. I don't hate them. I love them. I don't really like separating the two. 22. Do you feel being trans holds you back from your career choice? I don't really have a career choice. In entertainment, I really want, I see myself in entertainment and with people. I don't know whether it be YouTube or, I haven't talked to this, but I've gotten a couple offers for reality TV, and sometimes I don't know if they want me because I'm trans or because of my personality. I don't know how I feel about it. I know down the road there would be roadblocks about me being trans in entertainment, but I guess we'll know when we get there, right? 23. What stereotypes are put on trans people? There's a lot that we're pedophiles. That we're pedophiles, that we're all drag queens, and we're all cross-dressers, that we're confused, that we all want to do porn. Not hating, just saying not all of us want to do that. That we're all dirty. I know, on Cops, you see these trans women prostitutes, and I feel like people get a sense of us when they see stuff like that. That's my nephew crying. Sorry. 24. Who is your favorite LGBT actor, musician, director, artist, etc., and why? I hate favorite things because it's so hard for me to pick one. I have a lot, and I can't think of any right now. Neil Patrick Harris is hilarious. Laverne Cox, I love everything she's in. Who else? Ellen Page. I can't think of everybody right now. Queen Latifah, hey girl. One time in high school, we had a substitute, and he walked past me, and he looks at me, and he's like, has anybody ever tell you look like Queen Latifah? And I looked at him, and I was like, no. And that was before, and she's beautiful, don't get me wrong, it was just a random thing. I have a lot, and I respect them all. Ellen DeGeneres, hello, my favorite freaking person in the world. 25, doctor visits. Before, I would be really stressed about this, but I find I've been lucky to have good doctors, kind doctors. Once I tell them, they're pretty understanding. It was nerve-wracking, when I first started going to doctor's offices, I would kind of buoy it up. But then, after a while, I just let myself be myself, and I felt like I was more open with my doctors, and it was kind of stressful. Like, oh, I never talked about this, but in my car accident on New Year's, the paramedics came, and they thought I was a woman, blah, blah, blah. But my cousin, she was freaked out, so she was like, can I go with him? And they're like, with him? And then they like looked at my ID, and you could tell they were having like, him things. And it was kind of funny, but after a while, they were so nice, and they were very understanding. They were super cool. 26. Do you feel comfortable answering questions about being trans if you say your teacher, friend, stranger asks you? I really am. Like, I'm pretty open. When I was at a job interview one time, she asked me, oh, why is your name this? But now it's Jade. And I was like, oh, I'm transitioning. And she didn't get it. And then finally, I really explained to her. We sat there like an extra 30 minutes, her asking me questions, and I didn't mind. Like, I'm pretty open with it. As long as they're respectful, then it's fine. They're just curious. 27. What goals do you have? I have a lot of goals. Obviously I want to be successful, whether it be in YouTube, my career. I don't really have a career, but you know what I mean. I really want to get in really good physical shape. I want to be happy. I want to be super stable in where I'm living with my family and maybe on my own. I love my family, like that's why, like, I don't know. I really want to get into entertainment. I feel like I belong there. Yeah. Every day I have a new goal. Like it's not just long-term goals. I have goals like every single day. So it's hard to like pinpoint it. Well, I need to wrap this up. 28. What is something you have to do every day or else you feel like your whole day is off? Obviously brush my teeth. But recently I'd say working out. Like at night, if I don't work out, I feel so gross. I like stress about it, and yeah, like I have to do it now. It's a habit. So that's it. Hopefully you stuck around through the whole thing. If you did, thank you so much, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it so I know that I wasn't alone on this. You know, I'll probably write all these questions down below in the description box, so if you want to make this video and answer them, please do. Share it to me, either on my Facebook, Tumblr, message me on Instagram to go check it out. I really want to see your guys' questions. I know I have to be a little cheater. I got these questions from Cat Black, so hey girl. Much love to you. Yeah, so I'd love to see everyone's questions to these, so I'll write them down in the description box, all of them. And I think that's it. Follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, and Facebook, Twitter. They're all down below. Leave a comment on what you would like to see next, and remember to keep your happiness first.